especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Ah, how convenient. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Well, I also satisfy all of the captain's needs. Everybody has a disgusted look on their face. They're like, we know exactly what you mean by that. Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. In the last episode, we were able to prove that, that how the statue was in fact smuggled aboard, and we saw that the documents that were supposedly proving that they were brought on board in Europe were fake. So now it's pointing the finger towards Cammy Meal, and getting any testimony from her is pretty difficult. She's doing her whole I'm so sleepy, I'm so dumb kind of thing. But I'm hoping that little by little we'll be able to chip away at that armor. I was about to say something else, but you know what? I think I've killed that joke by now. I'm not going to do it anymore. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think that maybe you should also suspect this Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know? If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus. There you go, pushing everything onto her again. I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh? The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Alright, let's focus on this. And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the attendance room by sleeping inside of it all the time. That doesn't count. Ah, but I spend so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages, even though it doesn't seem like she's good at English since she can't even freaking talk. So she assists passengers who may not speak English, especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Ah, how convenient. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Well, I also satisfy all of the captain's needs. Everybody has a disgusted look on their face. They're like, we know exactly what you mean by that. Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. And I'm really good at some other things too. She's fluent in Borginian. I'm going to ignore that last part. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian. Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Very interesting. Okay, that makes her... Oh. Okay. Oh, here it is. I was like, where's the new statement? All I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. Well, some Borginian stuff, you say? Like maybe this?
Objection!
So, you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while.
If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it?
She's more awake now, huh?
This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginia is you, Miss Meal.
She stopped yawning though.
Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Reds could not have occurred.
I thought he was gonna say statue, but he didn't. Okay. Oh, don't hide behind your hair, girl.
Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. It ruins the mood.
Oh. Ah, that motion. Please stop that motion. I know you have to do that motion when you're doing bubbles, but yeah, the brain went instantly elsewhere. She's like, I've had a lot of practice with the captain. I'm really good at blowing bubbles. Yeah, we know. That's so weird that they did that whole thing with her. Like, it just came out of nowhere, the bubble thing. Has nothing to do with the rest of her character. Oh, but hey, you look much more awake. Good to see you. Hey, you got some life in your eyes now. Cool. She got a lot of hair. Just looking at how much hair she got. Oops, sorry. This girl. Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, she sounds different. Uh-oh, better step my game up.
It is exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation, after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
How the hell are you talking while blowing a bubble? Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So, sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have had a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just then he was about to close in. He's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. Oh,
It was almost like she was trying to shoot the bubbles at him. Okay, girl. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. I mean, you've been very obviously pointing the finger at her for ages now. You're really bad at being a villain, you know.
what are you talking about?
Brr. Was that you farting, girl? Sorry, the sound. Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer, aka you. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. It's really quite pathetic. Come on now, everyone laugh at the killer. And then she just gets pissed off and says, "Fuck you!" I'm like, oh, she did it. Yeah, totally.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning.
I'm gonna say he's talking about the piggy bank.
Take that!
No? Well, damn it. I don't know. Or maybe the suitcase? Huh. Shoot. Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, as you can plainly see, I am wide awake. That should have worked, damn it.
Then I'm afraid you failed. You were making so little sense that I thought maybe you were asleep.
Ugh, talk about Dr. Sleepy Mrs. Hyde-esque transformation. Dr. Sleepy. That's funny. Is this it? But wasn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? I need to stay calm, think carefully, and then present the condemning evidence.
Hold on, something that's unaccounted for. The key card? No, the phone, right? Yes, the phone. It's missing.
Take that!
But there's no way I would have. Oh, never mind. Damn it. Okay, he threw me off. What? Okay, if it's not the piggy bank, not the phone. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the suitcase. I really can't think of anything else. I've been looking for a while through the evidence and I'm like, that's the only other thing that connects to Rhoda, so.
Take that!
Oh, great. Well,
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so?
she was mad. Oh no, the poor animal. She's pulling on it.
The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero for the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan.
Huh.
There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. Big mistake there. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone?
I'm gonna say where the murder took place. Although, who the murder victim was is pretty important too. Let me say where. The fact that it was on a plane, right? Yep.
The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Mr. Nero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Neal. Only you and you alone could be the killer.
And... oh, she's back to this, huh?
Huh?
Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
Nyeh. Stop blowing your bubble gun at me.
Ooh, I like the song.
I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for?
The phone! I jumped the gun.
Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
Well, that's because it went missing and still is.
Missing? What do you mean by that?
In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Franziska, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks's cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me.
That's right.
But Agent Hicks's cell phone could not be found at the crime scene.
You mean the killer took the phone with them?
Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Franziska, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do. Oh. Where is it?
Agent Hicks's phone! It's ringing from somewhere, sir!
It's not in her boobs? Then where is it?
I hear it, detective. Now, where is it coming from?
Or maybe her hair. No? She's sleeping.
Miss Meal, wake up!
Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child.
Ah, you mean your alarm clock, which you always ignored. Ugh, I'd better find that cell phone fast.
No? Ah. 4:12 p.m. in the flight attendant's room.
The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir.
Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Doesn't seem to be over here.
Then let's look somewhere else, sir.
The one place we didn't get to check earlier.
The ringing's coming from in here, sir.
What? No, it can't be.
This has gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir?
It's Miss Teneros.
What?
Oh shoot.
Well, we're back with bad news. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room. In Miss Tenero's locker.
What? But... Rhoda Tadero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Wait, I have a theory. A game theory. I'm sorry. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
You don't have proof. This is related to the keycard, alright. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that.
Ugh.
The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. Oh no, not again!
What should I do? Francisco's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth?
Well, right now we're going to end this episode right here.
I'm sorry. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this, and I think maybe in the next episode we'll finish this case. So, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to ring the bell for notifications for new episodes. You can follow me on Twitch, where I stream every week, and also follow me on Twitter for updates. Until next time, have a nice day. Adios!